My name is Adenike Obadari, and today I want to talk about how language shapes the way we think. Now, language comes out as words, and in those words are sounds. The sounds that comes out from the words we speak comes as air vibrations into the ears of our listeners, and it sends a message to their brain. That means if the sounds coming out is not sending the right vibration, it's possible for us to speak and our listener will not get the information or get a wrong meaning to what we said. And this is literally about children. For adults, there are so many developments that maturity has given to our brains that we can comprehend some things and we can understand what people are talking about, even if they are whispering. But for children, brain development is still in progress, especially for children 0 to 3 years. So it is possible we are talking to them, and at the same time, we are confusing them. That is why, as educators, as school owners, we need to be very, very careful with people we put in charge of children to introduce them to language. And this is what I used to tell school owners. The preschool teachers are the most important teachers in your organization. But unfortunately, in our environment, we look down on that area. We believe that is where the school sat leaver can work. We believe that is where one woman that can speak English and has no job can come and work. We believe that is where mama daycare should come and work. But for you to get it right, the best of your professionals should be in the preschool. People who don't have underlying tones and accents should be in the preschool, because everything they say or they do is being absorbed by the child. Because Montessori said by 0 to 3, we still have children with their absorbent mind. So they absorb everything, whether good, bad, wrong, they take it in. So it is possible for you to be telling a preschooler calm, and this preschooler is hearing calm, because you are not stressing the end sound as in and Intentional actions are required when we are introducing them to language. Now, cognitive abilities of societies and countries are different because of their languages. For example, we can say, oh, the Japanese are the most intelligent people in the world. Why? Because their language has differentiation of words to represent things. For example, the color blue. We know every color has different shades, and all shades of colors has names. But it is the beauty of language is that in some languages, for example, in my language as a Yoruba woman, colors hardly have different words. If you're talking about the blue color, you can hardly find up to 3 words that will represent the shades of blue in Yoruba language. Most of the colors have one name or one word representing all the shades of red or all the shades of yellow or all the shades of blue. But in English language, we have turquoise blue, we have sky blue, we have baby blue, We have powder blue. We have them in different shades, and the English language has words for them. So if you want to use Yoruba language to express the meaning of the shade of color blue to a child that is still learning, meaning that child will be limited. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying now. That child will be limited. When people don't have the opportunity to have a lot of words at their disposal to use, they are limited in thinking. So the essence of coming up with the training, pre-writing activities, and reading readiness in early years is because as an educator and as a consultant, I have worked with schools and I look at what is the problem we are having with reading. Because a lot of teachers, a lot of school owners come to me and the problem is always distraction. Is what you pass down to the child that the child will use. That is why it is difficult for somebody who cannot read to use technology. When you don't understand language, your you hear them for the first time, as knowledgeable or as educated as you may be, the moment you hear these words, your mind begins to think, what is the meaning of obtuse? It helps children to think. Another thing I want to say is that language, English language, is the most important subject in the school curriculum. Every other subject in the school curriculum depends on the understanding of the English language by the child for that other subject area to be understood. Somebody once said, if you don't understand English, there is possibility that you will not pass maths, especially at the elementary level, because a lot of maths questions at the elementary level are word problems. Where are the words coming from? From English language. There are languages that don't have certain linguistic skills. Recently, listening to the Russia and Ukrainian ongoing war, I discovered that in Ukraine, there is hardly any of their cities that does not have the letter V in the word. Kiev, Lviv, Kharkiv. There's a lot of V in their language. That is a community, that is a country. When you talk about the German language has structures and steps. There are languages where there is no one single direction to answer a question. when you say, where are you going, for example, instead of saying, I am going to Lagos, there are some languages that will say, I'm going to Oshodi, Lagos. Because that is the formation of their own language. Therefore, handlers of children in English language must understand that the beginning and ending words, the CVC words, the beginning and ending sounds are very, very crucial for children to understand the rudiments of language. Storytelling is another interesting way to introduce language to children. For example, I want to tell a story, and that story, the title is My Ice Cream. In early years, we say introduce stories to children even as early as 1 year. We all know that a year-old child is limited in words and vocabularies, but the child is not limited with sight. There is the visual sense for the child to look and say, wow, what is she holding? It's beautiful. The color, the shape. This looks like what I can eat. So it helps the child to think. What am I saying? Props and objects are very, very important to language development. And when you don't speak well, you can't write well. Because where will the words come from that you are going to write? Initially, this training is supposed to come up on the 12th, Saturday, 12th March 2022. But we've had a lot of people indicating interest in this upcoming training. We've had a lot of educators register. Almost 50, 60 educators have registered already. Therefore, we have decided to give more opportunities to people for them to be able to participate and be a part of this training. Because of this, we are moving the date of this training to Saturday, 2nd April 2022. That is the first Saturday in April, so that everybody interested in this training can participate. It is going to be a whole lot of workshop. We are going to be bringing a lot of things down, a lot of storytelling, a lot of introduction of the blue series, the pink series, the blue series, the green series, storytelling, and writing. We are going to put teachers through a lot of pre-writing activities that should precede writing and reading for children to have a strong foundation. I look forward to meet every one of you. Thank you. Good evening.